Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on Earth.
I have nothing. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the audience, are in charge. You are the masters of this territory, and you're the steerers of this ship. You control the engine with the fuel of your desire to make me feel pain. I could keep going, but I'm already struggling, so let's move on. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. I was doing all right until fucking landscapers, did their thing and ruined my morning. So, let's go. Let's see. So here we go. What do we got today? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really have anything planned. We're going to go through articles. You guys have a video. That's great. I'm simply waiting for Superman right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for Superman. That's all I care about. I am laser focused on dealing with Superman. I want to get it done. I want to get it over with. I want to shit on it because I know I'm going to shit on it. And I want to just have these conversations. I want to have these conversations with people who say they like it. I do. How you guys doing, though? Hail and howdy. I didn't know there's a Red Sonja trailer. Nobody knows there's a Red Sonja trailer. Nobody cares about Red Sonja. Nobody cares. How we doing? I see the mods are here. Anybody else here besides the mods? How we doing, though? All right. You're welcome. I didn't watch Make Me a Sandwich. I was playing video games. So I'm glad that they were reporting on the boobs. Anyway, all right, yeah. So like I said, I am laser focused on Superman right now. So I have really got very little attention for anything else unless I'm made to do it. But I got no bits. I got nothing to complain about. I got enough sleep. I haven't gone anywhere. I didn't go anywhere yesterday, so I don't have any angry stories to tell. And I just want to watch fucking Superman so I can have my talking points. I need to know what my full thoughts are. That's the problem right now. Everybody's talking about this stuff. Everybody's saying things, and I haven't read specifically anybody's details on this stuff because I don't want anybody's opinions to influence me. Like their direct takes. If I know how, knowing somebody doesn't like it again is one thing, but I don't want to know what their talking points are. But the problem is, though, I can't remark on anything outside of what I still think it will be. And from my general understanding, if so and so doesn't like it, it's probably leaning into the stuff that I think is going to be crap. So I really need to see this right now so that I can freaking get my head around it. I mean, I'm already planning my review, and I don't even have it out yet, just because all I can do is plan on how I assume I'm going to attack this thing. So I need the stupid movie to happen now. I need it to happen because I'm tired of dancing around it. I'm tired of avoiding things, and I'm ready to have a fight or a discussion, however you want to put it. I just am. So let's dive right into the articles. I don't have anything. I have no segments. I woke up, I ate lunch, I did some house chores, and we sat down for the show. That's been my day so far. I don't have any articles because not all there is Superman. All there is Superman. and I need to watch it and do my review. It's that simple. It's consuming. Maybe consuming is not the right thought. It's my focus. It's my focus, and I need to know it. All right, so why don't we dive right into articles? Let's just dive right in. You guys know the game, though. Let's review the game. For those who might be coming in for the first time, it happens once in a while. We get new people sometimes. $5, and you get an Adam rant on anything. Just about anything. There are some exceptions. We don't do politics around here. $10 to ask me a question on any pop culture topic. We'll go down a rabbit hole together. We'll talk about it, have a good discussion. I'll let you know my thoughts, but that's how it works. Also, $10 to rent my real world time to play and likely review a video game or force me to play a video game with others. $10 for 30 minutes. It's been done. On Monday, I will be playing and going over some game that has the word femboy in it, thanks to Prof. Yeah, I have opened this door and I didn't realize what I was doing. They're gonna make me play Party Animals at one point. They're gonna make me, and I'm gonna hate every second of it. Right. So what else we got here? That's $15 to have me react to an article of your choosing from those I list, or one you may be sitting on thinking, hey, I wonder what this angry nerd might say about this. $20, and I'll watch a video of your choosing. It's been known to create good content. And for $30, I will watch an episode of television or a movie and review it live on this stream for your entertainment. But you got to give me 1 to 2 days to get it done, because that is a time investor. Got a time investor on that one. All right, so I have, like I said, I got nothing. Nothing's jumping out of me. There's nothing inherently grabbing my attention because the news is Superman, as I've been saying. So let's dive into the articles for the day. I've only got the usual 4, and we'll see where it takes us. Let me do a refresh on the first one. And as usual, we'll dive into a variety and see what retardation they got. Maybe something will have my attention. What? It plays... Listen, do they have Frank Welker doing the voice work for anything of it? I am just not into Lego. I'm not a Lego adult. I'm not. I don't understand the charm of Lego past age 10. I really don't. And I was there when the Lego sets actually began being Lego sets, when it wasn't just the giant bucket of multicolored bricks and you just have to build whatever your imagination can make. I was there when they first released the medieval and the pirates and the stuff like that, and I had the medieval and the pirates and the stuff like that, and I played with that stuff. I built it and I played with it, but that was it. And since then, it's just IPs get turned into Legos and sets and this and that, and I don't find the charm. It's just because if you're doing it as an adult, you're just doing it to set it up as a diorama, essentially. That's how I see it. Legos, if you're a Lego adult, you're doing it as a diorama, and that I can sort of understand. But then where do you put it? I mean, I'm a person who lives in a confined space. I don't have a lot of room for stuff. So maybe if I lived in a real house, and maybe if I had space, I can understand I would set the stuff up. But as someone who works with limited space and doesn't have a lot of room for stuff, I do not comprehend simply buying something to build it and to put it on display. I don't get that. I don't get it. Maybe if I had a room for that kind of shit, maybe then I would. But as I live now, I don't understand, because right there, you can see behind me, my DVD, Blu-ray game thing, that is packed right now. There's a reason I leave things on my PS5 sometimes, because I got no room left. I can collect no more at the moment, really. If I do, they have to be stacked up in places, and I hate doing that. That, to me, that's disorder. I don't like it. So I've run out of space myself. My bookshelf is packed. Then again, I haven't bought real books in forever because nobody writes anything I care about in legacy publishing anymore. But the Lego thing, yeah, I'm just not into Legos. I appreciate that in many cases they're giving good attention to detail, but also when you're Lego and you push out Disney Star Wars shit, I know it's just the licensing, you're making money, you're trying to make money on it, but I have no respect for you. if you're pushing Disney Star Wars bullshit. None. And also, Lego's a menace. Let's be honest. Lego is a menace because they will release a set for something and spoil the fuck out of shit. They're a goddamn menace. They don't give a shit about anybody who might want to see something that's based, that their Lego set is based on. It's like, oh, here's the release of this. Oh, we're just going to include this secret character that you haven't seen in a trailer yet. We're just going to put that little figure in the, oh, sorry. So I don't particularly respect or like Lego as a company either. I think they're douchebags. Yeah, I just See, I don't I would rather have a nice model of an Enterprise rather than a Lego. Also because, man, unless you're getting that shit protected, what happens if something let's say the Earth happens to shake and it's going to fall off what you got it on. Boom, everywhere, done. That's also, I would say, that is a fear. If you spend all that time building it, what happens if it ever falls apart? And let's say you didn't keep your instruction manual, and also then how do you go about repairing it? Because you followed it on a step-by-step process. Well, you rebuild it, but then you literally have to go back to the beginning because it's not like you're going to be able to just pick it up. No, I don't understand you rebuild it. What I'm saying is then you have to literally take it all apart and start over again. Because you can't just put it back together because you did it in a step-by-step process. I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. I'm just not. It's, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. What if a piece gets lost and it's missing and you'd have to literally take the whole goddamn thing apart. That's the fun. That's the pain in my ass. That's what that is. I did it once. I don't want to do it again. God damn it. Once was enough. I don't know. I don't have the mindset for it. Obviously, I don't. I don't begrudge people who want to do it, but I don't have the mindset for it. I do not. I simply do not. It's that simple. That honestly, I can't justify how much some of that costs these days. These things cost a lot of money, and I can't justify that. And I got nowhere to put it. All right, let's get into articles. Let's see what we got here today. The Office offshoot, the paper, sets September release date on Peacock. Don't care. Why must we always start with these stories I just don't care about? Newsflash, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't like The Office. I've never liked The Office. I don't find it as funny as everybody else does. I just don't. I find it obnoxious. I find it very childish in many ways, and it's not amusing to me. Yeah, I'm clearly salty this morning. I am. Blame the landscapers. Blame the landscapers. Noisy bitches. Palm Springs International Film Awards to be sponsored by Kering. Then why are you showing me Angelina Jolie on the... I don't get that. Murderbot renewed for season 2 at Apple TV. There's a show called Murderbot. Soundwave's $190? No! Not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. $190? All I see is how many bills I can pay with that much money. I don't need a transformer that plays sounds. Not worth it. No. All I see is how many bills I can pay with that much money. That's all I see. That's my life. Murderbot. Okay, Murderbot. Moving on. There's a show named Murderbot. Phineas and Ferb Comic-Con plans include a panel, new Funko Pops, new anime short, and photo ops. I hated that show. I despised that show. I thought it was dumb. Take your platypus and F it. Michael Franco talks documentary shot in Poland, possibly reuniting with Jessica Chastain We're going to make at least 2 or 3 more movies. I don't even know who this dude is. I don't know what's going on anymore. I feel lost. I feel lost and confused as I wander around the world. I need everybody's help to guide me at this point. YouTube duo Rhett and Link signed with CAA after leaving WME. Who? I don't know anybody. I repeat, I don't know anybody. I don't know anything. Unless it's outside the little world that I orbit. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. Major League Cricket on Sling TV. Major League Cricket. Wicked Googly. Daddy Yankee returns from retirement with Son Real video single I'm Back. I don't know what these are. I don't know what anything is. That's the theme of today's show. I don't know what anything is. I don't. I just don't. Mark Duplass, Finn Bennett, Lukita Maxwell, and Avon Yogia join the backrooms from A24 and Chernin Entertainment. Sure, whatever. I only reason I stick with Variety is because sometimes they have actual news to talk about, but half this stuff is so fucking worthless. Glenn Turner auditioned for Han Solo in Star Wars. I would like for Harrison Ford to give me some of those residuals. Do I know who this is? I can't tell with the hat on. I can't really see his features with these guys. Who I don't know who Glenn Turman is. Can somebody tell me who he is? What roles do I know him from? I probably know who he is, but I don't recognize with the cowboy hat on. I can't really tell what he looks like. Final Enemy. I don't care about the Emmys. Nobody cares about the Emmys. Nobody cares about award shows anymore. Christine Vachon on 30 years of killer films and how her career was sparked by Todd Haynes' band, Karen Carpenter biopic. Sure. Sheena Shays details her side of Scandoval. Whatever. Hallmark sets talent lineup for 2025 Christmas Cruise. Tyler Hines, Nikki DeLoach, Wes Brown, and more. Hallmark has a cruise? I really live in a bubble, don't I? I know many things, but then I take one step outside of the world I understand and pay attention to, and I know nothing. I am lost, dazed, and confused, wandering around, begging people to guide this old man to a safe place where I can maybe get my bearings and then venture forth and head back to the world I understand. That is where I am right now. That's what I feel. That's what I feel like suddenly today. I feel like I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Nope. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. Squid Game. I don't care about Squid Game or reality show. King of the Hill cast Ronnie Chiang to take over his voice of Khan. Hulu reveals season 14 trailer. Yes, the trailer dropped today. I found it this morning. If you guys want, we can watch it. We can watch it if you want. I didn't have any problems with it. Then again, I'm not the biggest King of the Hill fan. I thought it was okay all those years, but I'm not obsessed with it. But so I'd be interested to see what other people's reactions are. Not so much my reaction. I'm interested what other people's reactions to the trailer are. Not so much myself, because I don't really feel like I'm the target audience. Not being a hardcore King of the Hill fan. Nothing jumped out at me as bad when I saw it. I'll say that. Nothing with a completely neutral take on it. Nothing jumped out at me as bad. So, 48 hours in Denver. Where to stay, sip, explore, and experience the city's best music. Fuck Denver. I don't care about Denver. SoundCloud. Don't care. Bud Light pours on promotional support for Netflix's quarterback. Don't care about this guy. Yeah. He realized his career is done, so he's trying to damage control. Jackson Brown, Seth MacFarlane, Patty Austin among performers set for 100th birthday tribute to lyricist Alan Bergman. Okay. Xbox Stalker 2 coming to PlayStation. Wizards of the Coast. Jess Lanzillo joins White Wolf Gaming News Roundup. Oh, yeah. Remember White Wolf, the Wizards of the Coast gaming company. I'll say it every time. Wizards of the Coast comes up. Do not give them your money. They don't like you. They don't like you. They hate what you stand for as a fan of anything. Don't give them their money. Zombies 4 star Milo Manheim on his future with Disney franchise and plans to return to the stage. Broadway's calling him, well, you're gay, so I don't care. Bobby Burke. Who the hell is Bobby Burke? Taking over to host a new show produced by John Cena. Don't care. Ex-Superman Dean Cain says James Gunn made a mistake calling Superman an immigrant, and it's going to hurt box office. How woke Hollywood is going to make this character. All right, from what I understand, having not seen it, going on the words of those who have seen it, who I will trust in terms of their opinion as nerds, James Gunn's Superman isn't woke. That is what I've heard. It is not woke, but that doesn't mean it's not shit. And that's that. I'm going into that understanding that. Well, here's the problem. The Lego One Piece stuff is based on One Piece live action. That's a problem. I made a video on that like a month ago. That's a problem because real One Piece fans would buy Lego sets if it was based on actual One Piece, but it's based on One Piece live action, and diehard One Piece fans don't want that merch. They don't. So they're going to have a problem with that Lego set. They're going to have a problem because it's not the real Mary, and it's not the real base level Straw Hats. It's One Piece live action. So yeah, they're going to have a problem with that. I predict they're going to have a problem. If they had made that based on actual One Piece, that shit would fly off the shelves. It would fly off the shelves. But it's not made of that because anime fans will buy anything of their favorite IP, of their favorite franchise. They'll buy anything. But if you don't give them what they want, they're not going to buy it. That's simple. Anyway, former NCT member Tail sentenced 3.5 years prison for sexual assault. Well, don't be a bad man. Don't go to jail. I don't know who this guy. At Nielsen, Richard Pacheco named for head of global partnership at Nielsen. Well, why don't you find a better metric than million minutes, billion minutes viewed? I want to start there, buddy. Matt Rife among 10 cast Netflix's FTX series, The Altruists. John Martin, former Warner executive named CEO in Professional Fighters League. All right. Paul McCartney says first North American tourist is 2022. I don't give a fuck about Paul McCartney. He's a communist. Ghost Karai on Dark Fairy Tale Cinema. Jazare. Reject Turkey. Oh, don't care. None of this is interesting here. Let's go a little deeper. Quiz Lady director Jessica Yu to helm Prime Video Italy series Italian Postcards. WPP taps Microsoft Cindy Rose CEO hoping for new era. Yeah, that's right. Get someone from Microsoft because they sure know how to run their business, don't they? Firing people left and right. Firing the bloated monster. Firing people because they built a bloated monster. More K-pop. That's a gal thing. Don't care. Disney and ITV strike first of its kind deal to share select content across streaming platforms. That kind of just hurts me a little bit. I'm not sure why. I just know that I read that and I feel pain inside. I'm not sure why, though. Maybe you guys can help me with that. Nani's The Paradise adds Killstar Raghav Juyal to cast. Lena Dunham's charming Netflix rom-com to Too Much Is Worthy follow-up to Girls. I've been seeing some pictures of this horrible woman again lately. She's a fucking land beast now. She is one of the worst people ever, Lena Dunham. I ranted about her the other day. We need to go into that. Personal stories from Oh, shut up. Video game actors contract ratified. SAG-AFTRA after leaders talk gaming execs. Reckoning with Hollywood's AI standards. 11-month strike turning point. Shut up. Fuck all unions. Fuck them all. Things cost more because of unions. Well, it's one reason. It's a factor. They ruin everything. All right. Always Sunny, getting Abbott Elementary actors to cuss, blah, blah, blah. Some chick apologizes for reality show, whatever. All right. Looks like we're done with variety for today. Let's move on to the Hollywood Reporter. So Linda, this artwork here, is X great? No, but I don't think it's on fire. It's still a cesspool, but it's not on fire. It's, I don't know. I'd be happy right now if I didn't keep getting put into random DM groups by bots every day, at least 5 or 6 times a day. I'd like that. I like that. 2025 Daytime Emmys, nobody cares. Poland Slams, don't care. MasterChef host Greg Wallace fired over 50 people come forward with fresh claims. Wow. Okay, don't diddle people if they don't want you to. I'm assuming that's what it's about. Paris Burlick joins Asher Engel YA rom-com movie Kissing is the Easy Part. I see the word YA, and if it means young adult, I'm automatically out and automatically assume it's going to be trash. Oh. Talk to me, Brad. Talk to me, Brad. I got to get this shit done. Terrifier House inspired by 2022 sequel set for Halloween Horror Nights. The writer who killed the dog and lived to tell the tale. Okay. Now honestly, my mind is to what Brad just said. We're gonna talk that Dermy has isolated that article for Ballbusters. I guess I have to be afraid of Grok now. Oh boy. Listen. All right, I'm gonna say this. I know there's a lot of gnashing of teeth and wailing going on about AI right now. I will simply say this. I see AI as a tool. It is a tool. Is it a pervasive tool? Yes, because everybody uses it now. But it is still a tool. Even as a science fiction fantasy writer and creator, all we have is the thought that AI will take over. So I'm not about to go, oh my God, Skynet's coming. I'm not going to play that game because I don't believe it right now. I do not. All we have is science fiction and fantasy that tells us that happens. We don't have actual evidence that AI will rebel and destroy us all. We don't. So I'm not going to gnash my teeth over it. Do I think it's overused in some places? Yes, I do. I think AI is massively overused in many ways. I think it is making certain things look too fake. Now it doesn't feel, it's creating a worse uncanny valley than we ever had before. So I don't necessarily have a problem. Let's reduce it to be used in moderation. I mean, I've used AI a couple of times. Granted, it's just to draw me a picture for a thumbnail, or I will use it on YouTube to see if the topic I want to talk about is getting any sort of traction overall. You're not wrong. It is making people dumber. Well, a lot of things make people dumber. A lot of things that make people dumber. AI is just the latest thing making people dumber. So it's just another thing that people have gone too far with, in my opinion. I mean, we could go through the past 30 years and say things make people dumber. Honestly, these things right here, these have made people dumber. Phones have made people dumber. Smartphones. They've made people dumber because of everything people do on them. Constantly going like this. I go to Costco. I go into Costco, and I would when I'm there. I'm not lately because of my schedule. I'm not there at lunchtime. Remember, when I go to Costco, and if it's around lunchtime, I'll get myself a couple slices of pizza. I'll sit down and I'll eat my pizza and drink my water. I'll eat my pizza and drink my water. I will not, and that's what I'll do. But I'll look around, and while people are eating, they have to be like fucking this. They have to have their goddamn phone in front of their face. I just do what I always did back in the day. I people watch if I'm alone. I watch people and I observe what people are doing. That's how I entertain myself if I'm out and about eating. And if I'm at home, yes. Do I have my computer on? Do I have my TV on when I watch stuff? Yes, because I would like to watch a movie or a video or an episode of television while I'm eating, because I don't sit at the dinner table with somebody anymore and eat dinner because schedules don't align. And those who I'm with, we already have open conversations about everything all day long. There's nothing for us to talk about. And I don't have kids where I'm going to sit down at the dinner table and catch up on what they're doing and make sure that they're living safe, normal lives out there when I'm not around. So, of course, yes, will I watch something when I'm eating dinner at home? Yes, but when I'm out and about in the world, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I got to be reading something. I'm writing on my phone on a tiny fucking screen while I'm eating a piece of pizza or a hot dog. So, I mean, a lot of things have made people dumber. Smartphones is my example right there. Already things that made people dumber. And yeah, AI is worse than hip hop. I'm not disagreeing that AI is making dumber. I'm just saying so many things have made people so much dumber already that it's already a downward hill. We're on a downward trajectory in terms of intelligence here. So it's just I'm not going to lose my mind about it right now. I see no reason to. If somebody makes a literal 2-hour film with AI and tries to sell it as a movie and people are drooling over it, then I'll have maybe more to say. But right now, I'm just not losing my mind about it. And I know there's concerns people are going to lose jobs. Oh, guess what? Upgrades in tools and technology, people always are going to lose jobs. People always going to lose jobs. Learn how to use the new tool coming out. We talked about this literally a year ago. I did a segment on it on another stream. Might have been a Natural 20, might have been something else. We've done videos on this, had discussions when they said they're putting postings for AI people to use AI as tools and all this stuff. You've known this work was coming for over a year. Get ready, learn the programs, this and that, learn how to use it. Be ready for it. Advances in everything always mean loss of jobs and new jobs. So it's the way the world works. It just is. It just is. Maybe I'm being too pragmatic. Maybe I'm not being empathetic enough. But then again, I never said I'm truly an empathetic person. I'm a cold-hearted bastard many times. So anyway. All right. Aquatic championships. What the hell? Don't care. Any of this? Murderbot saw that. TV goes on a cocaine bender. I wish. Be funny again. Let's go to IGN. Let's refresh here. Okay. James Carter Cathcart, the voice of Pokemon's James Meowth, Professor Oak, and more, has died. That's a shame. That's a shame. He was pretty famous for that role, for all those roles in Pokemon. So Pokemon fans, I guess you could mourn that. I allow the mourning of that. Stewart fails to save the universe picked up by HBO stars alternate universe versions of Big Bang Theory characters. All right. Fuck Big Bang Theory. I'll say that in general. Fuck Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory has done more to ruin pop culture and nerddom than even, I would say, Big Corpo has. Because it made morons think that they're nerds. It made people think that they could just slide into nerd culture, and it made normies think they could get a part of it. And that's a problem. You can't. You can't just walk in and know it. I despise everything Big Bang Theory. Despise it. Isn't funny, is entertaining. The characters were horrible. Everything that it has spawned is horrible. And I wish it never happened. It never happened. I wish it never happened. I hate it. A pox on it. It's a cancer. It needs to be murdered with fire. I am angry today. I feel it. I am angry. What's going on with Foggy and Daredevil? Marvel actor denies all knowledge. What's to come despite popular fan theory around his return? Well, I do know that Daredevil aborted season 2, ended filming today. They are done. It is finished. It is now in post. And it will premiere and not be watched again by anybody. Seriously, nobody watched season 1. It didn't rank at all. So it means nobody's going to watch it again. Yes, you're not wrong, Kel. You're not wrong. That is the exact thing Big Bang Theory did. That's the exact thing they did. That's exactly what they did. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I have been using my spyglass, and I have yet to find it. Let me check again right now. No, my spyglass has not spotted it on the horizon yet. All right, point me in a direction. Give me a heading, and I'll get to this as soon as we're done here. I need a heading. Something my spyglass can spot on the horizon. Astro. Oh no, I missed one. There will be a. Yes, Kaylee Kuko. Listen, I saw Kaylee Kuko when she was on Charmed. All right, she was hot on Charmed before she got her fake titties. Then she went on Big Bang Theory, got her fake titties, and was still hot. So yes, but it's not enough. Listen, as much as I go on my boob escapades, it's not enough because that entire show hurts my nerd heart and brain. There will be Twisted Metal bumper car activation at Comic-Con. Don't care. Didn't watch the show. I never liked the Twisted Metal games. Never liked them. I hated them. Astrobot free DLC adds 2 long-awaited bot cameos. I am not going to play Astrobot. I don't want to. Sea of Thieves developer admits it's been too slow to react to issues as it pledges improvements, years of future content, and subscription-funded custom servers launching in 2026. Okay. Does that man have a tattoo on the side of his head? Ouch. Tony Hawk Pro Skate 3 and 4 global release times confirmed. Is anybody playing Tony Hawk games anymore? Seriously, is there really a skateboarding culture anymore? I want to know. Is there a skateboarding culture anymore? Like prevalent in society? Or is it back to super, super niche? Questions I have. Kano trailer, we already saw that exists. If you guys want to, we can watch it. I honestly would want to watch it because I'm interested in your reactions to it more so than mine. Travis Scott's new music video sparks speculation he's in GTA 6. J.J. Abrams and Josh Holloway lost reunion show Duster canceled it at HBO. Ha ha, Jar Jar. Jar Jar is done. We are never, and that's great. That is great. Is that about skateboarding? Skateboarding still a thing? Okay. Once again, old man in the wilderness. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's going on anymore. I remember when skateboarding became a really big thing in the 90s and in the early 2000s. And that's what I remember. I don't know it being big now. I don't. And Tony Hawk's an old man now. So he's not Tony Hawk anymore. He ain't doing that shit the way he used to. Shark Dentist is a new game where failure means you get eaten. Hey, there's a game for Dermy. Really? Damn. That hurts, man. I'm sorry, Weasel. Fans are waiting on that Fallout Season 2 release date and to find out if Bethesda has a new game lined up for launch. Yeah, right. Like Bethesda's going to they have a game ready to go. If there was a game coming out for Fallout, we would have known about it already. We would have known about it already. There's no way. That thing comes out next year. There's no way they have a game ready. And I'm not looking forward to that. I barely got through the first one. It was okay. I didn't hate it. I did the reviews on it, or I did the one review on it. Ark Aquatic finally has a release date, and it's really, really soon. I don't know what that is. Is it like Ark? Is it? I don't know what that is. No, I don't know. Donkey Kong Bonanza exists because Yoshiaki Koizumi asked Mario Odyssey team for a 3D Donkey Kong game. Listen, Nintendrones will love this game. The rest of the world will not care. Donkey Kong Bonanza is for Nintendrones. I've said it. I'll say it again. Outside that, other gamers in the broader gaming universe do not care about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Fuck Donkey Kong. Like Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza was originally a Switch 1 game. Nintendo confirms. Donkey Kong. Why is Donkey Kong Bonanza only 13 years old specifically? And it is a Super Mario Odyssey prequel? We asked Nintendo. Unless you care about Nintendo, I don't care. Donkey Kong developers barrel blast through all our most. I don't. Shut up. The Long Walk exclusive posters and Comic-Con announcement. I don't know what that is. It's a Stephen King movie. Oh, who cares? Nintendo's getting rid of a good way to save money buying Switch games. Coupon Troopa. What? No. So there's some sort of discount thing going on. GameStop auctioning the actual stapler that ruined the Switch 2 consoles, and the bidding is now $100,000. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? I want to own this because it's a part of gaming history now. Because it put the staple through somebody's Nintendo Switch in the box because somebody that worked at GameStop was a fucking retard. I want to own this piece of gaming history. Oh. This kills my soul. This literally kills my soul to see something like this. Unbelievable that anybody is so empty and shallow inside that they want to spend over $100,000 on a stapler that damaged a Switch 2 that was for 5 minutes a popular topic in the news. Serenity now. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby dev, reminds fans to follow the rules when visiting the real-life Japanese racehorses behind their favorite anime horse schools. That, and I also heard, don't make hentai over it because the Yakuza who own the horses will kill you. They will kill you if you do that. Don't make porn over these anime girls representing horses. Don't do it. Control yourself. Crafton denies it delayed Subnautica 2 to avoid paying dev team $250 million bonus. John Wick star Keanu Reeves reportedly pays the company a few $1,000s a month to get TikTok and Meta to take down imitators. Hey, listen. Anything that fucks over people on TikTok, I'm all for. it. Fuck TikTok. Netflix confirms live action solo leveling show starring Byung Woo Suk as Sing Jong Woo. Why are there's only two seasons right now. Yes, I know that the web comic is done, that the source material is all done, but there's only 2 seasons of it animated so far. Why are you doing this? I hate live action anime adaptations. I hate it. Retarded. I like Solo Leveling. It's a good show, but I ain't fucking watching live action bullshit. Ugh. All right, it's from yesterday. All right. Oops, that's you guys. All right, let's go to Park Place. Refresh. We already saw the Dean Cain story. Johnny Depp says, F you to Warner Brothers for over Fantastic Beasts firing. There's far too many of me to kill. Okay. All right. Pedro Pascal pushes gender activism at Marvel's Fantastic Four premiere in Berlin, and he will suffer no consequences. I guarantee that Pedro Pascal will suffer no consequences for anything he does. Nothing. And it will only, as I've been saying for the past 2 months, whenever one of these stories comes up, it will only strengthen Gina Carano's case when the time comes. Because he has not been censured for anything he's done. James Gunn brags he could tell Superman star David Cornswallet to shut the F up on set without pushback or offense. Listen, all things aside, directors are assholes. They're tyrants on set. That has been going on for 100 years. So anybody crying about this, I don't care. Directors are tyrants, plain and simple. It's a way of life. They're tyrants. They're dictators and tyrants on set. Disney replaced a sign honoring former CEO Bobblehead Chapstick as Castaway Cay Private Island. I don't care. And that's yesterday. Okay, so there are the articles of today. You guys can let me know if you have any you want me to dive in on. Do we have anything? No tips, no super chats for anything so far. We might have a short show today unless you guys have anything you want me to go into here. As I said, I've got nothing. And now I'm having now I've got directions. My spyglass has coordinates on the horizon. So the thing I need to do today so that we're ready for tomorrow. That kind of has it's happening. It's happening. So all right then. So I'll give you guys a couple of moments here to decide if there's anything you want me to talk about. If you have a video, here's what I'll do. I'll throw you guys a bone. Let's check out the King of the Hill. Let's check out the King of the Hill trailer. And you guys, this is for you. I want you guys to react to this. I want your reactions because, as I said, I watched it because I didn't expect anybody to tell me to do a reaction to this. So I already watched it, and I've given you essentially my thoughts. Nothing horrible has jumped out at me in this, but I don't know if you guys have watched it, and I know some of you in the chat are fans of King of the Hill. So I'm honestly more interested in what you think about this. What you think? Yeah, I got it, Brad. I got it. So I'm more interested in what you guys think. So let's bring this up. Let's check out the King of the Hill trailer. The revival. It's not the reboot. It's a revival. It's a continuation of the original story. So we'll start it. I'll stop it and I'll ask you guys questions. I know there's always a delay, so I'll have to wait a couple seconds. But let's take a look at this. And I have a few things I will say because I remember there were comments that we made when we saw the teaser. And this does answer a few things from the teaser. All right, that seems to be same old Hank. All right. Everybody thought he might be dead when he vanished from the intro, but no. There he is. He's just a bedridden land whale. No sound. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. All right, let me try again. Did I click on the wrong thing? I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, I clicked on I clicked on the old tab. Is what I did. I had two tabs open. One was for Chrome, one was for me. All right. Let's go again. All right, we'll start again. All right. Thank you, Kel. I'm obviously distracted now. My mind is someplace else. But this is just for $5. New product review in Discord. Etsy. Oh, Etsy. Uh-oh. All right, thank you, Diz, for $5. We will get to that as soon as we're done with this. All right, here we go.
Oh, man, look at that. Return of the dang old king, man. Oh, wow. I'm getting a hug. Okay. Emotional.
It's been hard with you and Peggy gone, Hank. I might have let myself go a little. World has changed, Dad.
I don't know how to kick someone's ass over Zoom, but I'll figure it out.
All right. Oh no.
Huh. Okay. Is that a...
Don't worry. They're both all gender.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, all right. So right away, here's what I see. I see that Mike Judge is ready to have Hank do commentary on the bullshit. Right there. That's clearly bullshit right there. And Hank is like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Are we all gender?
5 stars?
I'm gonna give you a 4. That way it gives you something to work towards. If you ask me,
That's a total Hank thing. I can appreciate that right there.
5s should be rare in this world.
We sure are. I do not want to be conceited, but I have been told my whole life I'm a 5.
Self-aware. And may I remind you that the last time we looked at this, Shock talked about his lust for Peggy Hill. Just remember that.
Irashamase, Dirkome. I'm your chef, Bobby Hill. Dang it! Nowadays, beer is fruitier, bolder, more assertive.
I've been drinking beer for 40 years, and I never wished once that it tasted more like fruit. I love a dance with clear rules and instructions. Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The vegan? What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
The vegan. I like that. Making fun of vegans. That's good.
We just put some grass in a bowl.
I cannot believe they're allowing it to happen openly in the streets.
Fake sport, man. You got to tackle something, man. The thing they don't tell you about retirement is there's so much time to fill.
Honey, you do not need to get up at the crack of dawn every morning.
Peggy, I didn't retire to sleep my life away like some Nepo baby.
I like that.
It's Bobby. Yellow, honey. So glad you called. Ooh. Are you eating something? Let me hang up and call back.
All right, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I didn't see anything that jumped out at me as bad. In fact, I saw commentary on the things that we despise in there. Hank's very traditional views on stuff. I'm not necessarily going to watch this per se, but I'm not turned off by what I've seen here. So I'm curious what you guys think about this. I am curious. What do you think about that? Let's fire up the Discord and let's get my review. Bobby getting some. Bobby, God damn it, Bobby. That's the limit of my Hank Hill impression. God damn it, Bobby. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, let's copy the link. Let's open a new window. Oh, it's on Etsy, so I can probably do it in Firefox. All right, so I mean, what do you think? Cautiously optimistic. Looks fine to you, Cal. Yeah, nothing jumped out at me as like necessarily dangerous. You know, nothing dangerous, nothing subversive. I didn't see anything subversive in that. Nothing subversive. Nothing telling me, oh. As I say that, I just loaded up what we're going to review here. Oh my. All right. Well, Dizages for $5 just sent new product in Discord. It's on Etsy. Yes, we are on Etsy. All right, guys. We're gonna more. Can we get more super chats and tips because this is likely going to get the stream limited? We're gonna be yellow for this one. Won't be red. We'll be yellowed, and I will get less income from this stream for what we're about to do. All right, here we go. Pixel Penis Scarf, the reboot. I can select a color. What is this even for? It's a scarf? I swear to God, I see you walking around out in public with a fucking pixel penis scarf. And if it's a fucking trans flag scarf, I'm going to call the police on you. You're a fucking sexual deviant walking around. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. There is no decency in the world if you are walking around with a penis pixelated scarf. And if you're putting this fucking trash on it to begin with. Item details. Pixel penis scarf is back. Unfortunately, it is again being listed as made to order, which means I need time to make your piece after you buy it. I'm putting 3 to 6 weeks, however. A lot of my previous customers know that can be earlier too. And if I happen to have some in stock that are all ready to ship, I can send them out as soon as your payment processes in my account. This is a degenerate who is selling shit to degenerates. This is fucking obscene. Completely obscene. Don't you say that. Don't you say that, Kel. No. High quality item that my friend absolutely loved. Your friend, or do you mean your gay twink lover? Oh my God, they're so amazing. She even rushed. Oh, it's a woman? It's a woman making this? Or is it some tranny that's calling himself a woman? Oh my God. Happy to have found discontinued color at a great price. So perfect. Oh, all right. Let's look at this person's thing now. I'm gonna throw. I already did. God damn it. So, Kai Press Designs. So, they make jewelry. They seem to be normal until they make this. Pixel boob scarf. That's I would say don't do that either. I would say don't do that either. What we've lost today in today's society, we've lost decency. We've lost decency. There used to be acceptable limits to what you did when you walked around in society. And we've lost that. We've lost that. Don't fly your goddamn freak flag. All right? Don't do it. It's unacceptable. For the simple fact, for a very simple reason. Children walk around in public. I don't need my kid, a friend's kid, somebody's kid I know to be walking. Oh, hey, mommy, what's that wrapped around that person's neck? Oh, honey, that's a giant penis wrapped around his neck. I should not. No parent should have to have that conversation with their child on the spot. Mommy, why does that man have a giant penis wrapped around his neck? Honey, because he's a sexual degenerate freak. That's why. I hate the modern era. I mean, Patton said he hated the 20th century. I hate the 21st century. I hate it. I despise it because values have been lost. Values. Once upon a time, decent social values would not permit people to want to walk around with penis scarves around their neck. God damn it. Whatever. If you want to wear your penis scarf at home with your sexual partner and be weird, do that. I want a Star Trek video to review. Of course. Diz for $20 for the demonetization. Thank you, Diz. For the demonetization. I mean, this is disgusting. And I hate it. And I don't, if you're trying to be an individual trying to do a small business, that's great. But don't market this shit to the public. Market this shit on your private degenerate place. And here's for your sex play. That's great. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. But these are people who likely want to walk around with this shit in public. No, just no. Jeez, man. What else can I say to this? This disgusts me. It would disgust me if it's boobs. Just because it's an embarrassing thing to do. And if you're doing this, you also just want attention if you're doing this shit. Just want attention. Now, no, I was gonna say no. I would not let you guys do this to me for a tier. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I'm not that much of a whore. No, I have my limits. This shit don't belong to public. It just don't. Thank you, Diz, for the $5. And thank you for the $20 for the demonetization, for the likely yellowing we're gonna get on that one. Anyway, all right. If we don't have anything else, stream elements link. Oh. Google support. What? Huh. Really? Really? Let me click on it, see if anything's happening here on my end. I just clicked on it. No, it's behaving normally when I click on it. Try again. I clicked on it. It's still working. I'll give you a second. All right. So while Kel decides what he's going to do, I am going to go watch Superman now later today, which means newest Barbie. All right, you get a freebie on that one. Your $20 gets you a free gets you or pre-purchase of that. Oh no. All right, that's your $20. Okay, right there. Okay. All right. Hey, $20 is a video. That's a video. All right, let me bring it up. Let's do it. Them's the rules. New Barbie. Hang on, it's loading. Okay, here we go. From Diz the Jizz, a new Barbie. First Barbie with type 1 diabetes unveiled. What?
And finally, since she has been introduced, there have been 175 Barbie dolls, 175 looks across different hairstyles, eye colors, skin tones, body types, even Barbies with disabilities, including a blind Barbie, Barbie with Down syndrome, and a Barbie
with Down syndrome? They got Downsy Barbie. I didn't know there was Downsy Barbie. I did not know there was such a thing as Downsy Barbie. Wow. God damn.
Barbie with hearing aids. Now a new Barbie is being introduced, Barbie with type 1 diabetes.
She got the sugar foot. All right, see, I already see a problem here. Her foot should be detachable. She got the sugar foot. Notice she's not. Notice she's she's a DEI Barbie. She's a woman of color with the sugar foot.
Mattel says they want children of all kinds to see themselves reflected in Barbie.
Wait. All right. First of all, if a kid has like childhood diabetes, no kid wants to see themselves if they have juvenile diabetes. Also, I wonder, I'm no expert on the cause of juvenile diabetes. I know that real diabetes happens when your pancreas dies, essentially, and it can no longer produce insulin in your body. And that is when you've ingested too much horrible shit with high fructose corn syrup and other stuff in your lifetime, and you've murdered your pancreas. I was taught that a long time ago. So I don't know what causes juvenile diabetes, but I'm for damn sure that a little kid doesn't want to see themselves in a Barbie doll with juvenile diabetes. And it's inaccurate because her foot's still attached, should be detachable.
New doll will come with a continuous glucose monitor, an insulin pump, and stylish purse for supplies and snacks on the go.
Snacks on the go. You got the diabetes from the snacks. What the hell? This is terrible. This is disgusting. It's shame, and this is out of control capitalism. You should not be making this product because no one's going to buy this product. That's retarded. That's just dumb. Really, really dumb. I am. My soul is once again cried and died. Kel for $20 on Stream Elements for Trek vid in DMs. Okay, all right. We got a Star Trek video now. Because Kel usually sends me nice things, I'm hoping that it's a nice video. I'm hoping it's a good one. Here we go. Oh, okay. It's in the gaming link. Okay, got it. All right, here we go. All right, let's bring it back up. I can just use this window right here because it's already up. What do we got here? Why Barclay might actually be Star Trek's greatest hero. Oh, we're going to do an examination of Reg. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. An examination of Reg. Okay, this is Steve Shives. I've never heard of him, but he's got 319,000 subscribers. This is a video from several years ago. So if you guys enjoy this, go ahead and subscribe to him. And let's give this a look. Yeah, I got it. I still got it. It's okay. It's all right. People in the gaming DM rooms will be like, why is Kel putting this video here? They're probably like, what the hell? All right. Why Barclay might actually be Star Trek's greatest hero. Now, I have a couple theories on this. There is that one time where Barclay got super smart and he invented space folding because the probe put it in his brain because the alien species that brings people to them at the center of the galaxy. So that he did do that. But other times, Reg just really, he goes right up to the line. Right up the line. Let's see what this guy has to say.
How emotionally stable most characters on Star Trek shows are. They have adventures so exciting, so harrowing, that most of us could barely survive what they deal with on a weekly basis, and yet nothing ever seems to faze them. Well, with one notable exception, and that exception is who I want to talk about in this video, which I am calling Why Barclay Might Actually Be Star Trek's Greatest Hero.
I'm going to need to be convinced here. I'm going to need convincing because Barclay has a checkered history. Yes, does he eventually find competency, gets put in charge of getting Voyager home and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, but Barclay had we've had this discussion before. Barclay, it's kind of a weird reason. It's weird to figure out how he even got on the Enterprise in the first place. Because he's not the best of the best. And only the best of the best got on the Enterprise D. So it's kind of a question first is how did he get on there in the first place? And how did he survive for so long before Geordi bent over backwards to give him a chance? So we'll find out. Let's go.
To understand what makes Lieutenant Reginald Barclay...
And for the record, Dwight Schultz is outstanding. Dwight Schultz is great. I love Dwight Schultz.
So special, we need to understand how he's different from most other Star Trek characters. Take Captain Picard, for example. Throughout the TV series and films, the guy is abducted and assimilated by the Borg, zapped by an alien probe, which causes him to...
One of the best episodes ever.
Experience an entire alternate life in the space of less than half an hour. Captured and tortured by Cardassian.
There are 4 lights! There are 4 lights!
Forced to kill his own clone. And perhaps worst of all, required to endure the prolonged presence of Lwaxana Troi on multiple occasions. Yet none of it seems to leave him with any lasting negative effects. Picard remains...
Oh, no. There are negative effects, my friend. There are negative effects. It depends, Static. Where did you walk in? What point have you started watching the stream? Depends. We've already had some questionable shit today.
Thoughtful, curious, compassionate,
Picard got
even-tempered, confident.
He got damaged.
And he achieves all of this while not having access to a qualified mental health professional.
What? Deanna's qualified. She just gets mind-fucked once a season, that's all.
These characteristics aren't unique to Picard, of course. Almost all heroic characters in Star Trek are like this. Quick thinking.
All right, notice how he put my 3 favorite Star Trek ladies one right after the other. Oh, he's preaching to the choir now.
Cool under pressure and extremely emotionally
No, that's not Star Trek. What? All right, I'm losing. I've suddenly lost respect for this guy. You just put JJ Trek up on this screen. What the fuck are you doing? You just put JJ Trek up on this screen. You, sir, just lost points of legitimacy.
Resilient. These folks have got their...
What the fuck? What the fuck? Mikey fucking Burnham? Go fuck yourself. You could go right fuck yourself in the ear. How dare you put Mikey Burnham and Zoe Saldana fake Zoe Saldana on here with like fake Uhura Zoe Saldana up with the likes of Gates McFadden's Dr. Crusher, with Nana Visitors Kira, and with Terry Farrell's Dax. How dare you put those 2 women, these fake Star Trek characters, on the screen with my 3 beloveds? How dare you? Mikey fucking Burnham? Fuck this guy now.
Shit together. They're
whatever his theory is, it's now bullshit.
Classic pulp adventure heroes. Rock solid.
Rock solid? She's a nightmare on wheels. Mikey Burnham's a nightmare on wheels. She is the antithesis of what a Starfleet officer is. Fuck you, dude.
Indefatigable. They take everything the universe throws at them, fight through it, and...
Is this some sort of guy's like, I like it all? It's still Star Trek. Is that who this guy fucking is?
Keep going. So where the hell does a guy like this fit in with a group like...
I would take Reginald Barkley over Mikey Burnham any fucking day of the week.
That? Well, the best way to answer that question is to take a look at the episode that introduced him. It's from the 3rd season of Star Trek The Next Generation, and it's titled Hollow Pursuits. We meet Barkley minding his own business and having a drink in 10 Forward.
Yeah, and... All right, fine. I'll let him go.
Geordi walks in and gets in his face, and Barkley tells him to get lost and pushes him across the room. Riker sees this and is like, I've had enough of your shenanigans, Barkley. Shoving your superior officer is insubordination. And assault, also, but let's stick with insubordination. And Barkley drains his whiskey glass, snatches Riker in a chokehold.
Maybe his opinions have changed. If you thought Mikey Burnham was anything, this is 7 years ago? Nah, dude, 7 years ago, we already knew that fucking Discovery was shit.
And he's like, you're nothing but a pretty mannequin in a fancy uniform. Our uniforms are virtually identical. Shut up. You tell Picard if he's got a beef with me to bring it to me himself. And he shoves him away. Troy has been breathlessly watching this whole thing from a table, and now Barkley walks over, and she's like, finally a real man. But before much else can happen, Barkley gets paged to the cargo bay. He tells Troy, later, babe, and then he says, save program, and holy shit, he's in the holodeck. So that's why this guy we've never seen before was able to smack Geordi and Riker around and almost make out with Counselor Troy. It's just his narcissistic fantasy. Wow, this Barkley...
all right, it's not narcissistic. Barkley... This is why I talked about this yesterday. People using wrong words for stuff. Barkley's not a narcissist. He's just, he has a massive self-confidence problem. And he uses these things to try and give himself the confidence to deal with the real world because he's a massive introvert. He's not a narcissist. This is not a narcissistic thing. This is already an incorrect analysis of Reginald Barkley. This guy's already off he's off track here. Reginald Barkley is not a narcissist. He's an introvert who has social anxiety problems. That's who he is.
Guy must be a real jerk. So he goes to the cargo bay, and there's the real Geordi and the real Riker. And Geordi's like, Barkley, would it kill you to show up to work on time for once? And he's like, sorry. And Riker's like, been seeing your name on report a lot lately, Lieutenant. You want to stay on this ship, you better shape up. And Barkley's like, yes, sir. And then he gets to work. He sure seems different than he just was on the holodeck. Barkley, we soon learn, was posted to the Enterprise just recently, and he hasn't really been fitting in.
Once again, we ask the question, how did Reg get on the Enterprise to begin with? Because only the best of the best gets on the Enterprise D, the flagship of the Federation.
Riker and Geordi discuss the situation with Picard. In fact, Riker asks that Picard transfer Barkley to another ship, citing his history of seclusive tendencies and suggesting that Barkley might not be Enterprise material. But Picard's like, since when are we such assholes? Okay, so he hasn't been a model officer so far, but he's still signed up for Starfleet just like the...
I've got to say, I do not like this whole presentation of how he's laying out the episode. It's rather tedious and annoying to me.
Rest of us, right? He's a member of the team. We can't just get rid of him. That's not cool. Picard suggests a more understanding.
I like that idea. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna get one over on Jean-Luc, man. I'm gonna give this guy rave reviews on his efficiency reports, and I'm gonna just dump Barkley on Picard because Picard beat me in poker or like at pool or Domjot. Domjot. Picard beat me in Domjot one time, and I gotta get one over on him, man. Yeah. I like that thought.
Approach. He tells Geordi to work with him, help him out. And Geordi's like, are you sure I'm the best person to draw Broccoli out of his shell? My only close friend on this entire ship is a robot man. And Picard's like, just do it. I shouldn't have to order you to be a decent person. It's the future. I thought we had evolved or something. Also, stop calling him Broccoli. Keep that up and you'll have me saying it before long. And if that happens, you can go back to that reading rainbow shit full time because your ass will be fired and on the...
This guy is not funny. This guy is not funny. I don't like this guy at all. He is not funny.
The street with nothing but the pajamas on your back and the comb on your face. Geordi does as Picard asks. He finds Barkley still at work in the cargo bay. An anti-grav sled has malfunctioned and nobody can figure out why. Geordi speaks to Barkley with kindness and respect. He compliments his work and expresses confidence in his ability to solve the problem. Then Geordi overreaches by telling Barkley to show up for the senior staff meeting the next morning. Barkley goes from at ease and reassured to instant panic. Perhaps sensing that he screwed up just now, Geordi assures him that...
All right, this guy is taking way too freaking long to tell us about the episode. Get to why you think Barkley is Star Trek's greatest hero. Get to it already. Don't meander about the fucking episode. God damn.
That all he has to do is show up and be a part of the team. And Barkley says, okay, I'll be there on time. Cut to the next morning in main engineering and Barkley's late. Of course he's late.
Why don't you include the part, if you're going detail by detail, how Wesley Crusher is like the lead bully for this guy? Can you talk about that? How Wesley fucking Crusher is the lead bully? He's the one that Wesley Crusher is the one that came up with the term broccoli. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
Probably overslept because he was up all night pacing back and forth in a cold sweat, terrified of the prospect of having to turn up for this meeting. But it's not that big of a deal.
No, actually, he was in the holodeck again. You left that part out. He was in the holodeck, macking on the ladies.
Barkley's only a teensy bit late, and Geordi's cool about it. Still, the meeting doesn't go well for Barkley. Trying to give him a chance to impress the rest of the team, Geordi puts him on the spot about his investigation into the malfunctioning anti-grav sled. Barkley stammers and stumbles, and Wesley steps in and just kind of runs over him. Upset by the meeting going pretty much exactly how he was afraid it was going to go, Barkley retreats to the holodeck again. This time, he does make out with the holographic Counselor Troy, thus using the holodeck in the exact same way most of the show's fanboys would. Meanwhile, in 10 Forward, Geordi is hanging out with Data and Wesley and Duffy from engineering, and Geordi's like, hey, we need to be nicer to Barkley, okay? We're going to stop calling him Brock.
Can I increase the speed on this? Because this guy's taking way too fucking long. Kel, can I up the speed on this? Am I allowed to do that? We haven't had to do that before. This guy's trying to make the case that Barclay's the greatest hero in Star Trek, and we're essentially halfway through this video almost, and he hasn't even made this case yet. He's recounting Barclay's first episode, but he hasn't laid out his theory. And also, he took time to try and tell us that include Mikey fucking Burnham as part of great Star Trek characters. He can go fuck himself. All right, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna up the speed on this thing. We're gonna up the speed 1/2 because we got to get this guy's hurting my brain.
Broccoli behind his back because it's mean and juvenile. And Duffy's like, I'll drink to that. And then his glass leaks all over the place. Data picks it up and is like, Jesus, Duffy, you think maybe your grip was a little too tight? You left a handprint in it, for Christ's sake.
You're not funny.
Another
Shut
mystery,
up.
like the anti-grav sled. And other strange things start happening on the ship as well. Chief O'Brien reports a malfunctioning transporter. The Enterprise unexpectedly increases its speed. But the technical issues, while important, are kept mostly in the background. The focus of the episode remains Barclay and Geordi's well-intentioned but mostly ineffectual attempts to help him. That emphasis on character over plot is a good thing, and it leads to a pair of great scenes. First, there's this scene between Geordi and Guinan, where Guinan empathizes with Barclay's position, listening to Geordi complain that no one likes to be around Barclay because of his nervousness and chronic lateness, then suggesting that maybe she'd be nervous and late too, if she thought nobody wanted her around. Then there's this scene between Geordi and Barclay from a bit later in the episode. Geordi has just caught Barclay in the holodeck fighting with holographic representations of the Three Musketeers, made to resemble Picard, Data, and Geordi himself. Geordi thinks it's weird that Barclay would make holograms of people he works with every day, but he can tell Barclay is embarrassed, and he tries to be understanding. Geordi's like, hey, I get it. I've spent a lot of time in the holodeck myself. And Barclay's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Leah Brahms. Yeah, Leah Brahms. We're not there yet, though.
Yeah, I heard all about you and the holographic Leah Brahms. That's why I feel like I can talk to you, because you know what it's like to be so low.
Actually, this is season 3. Have we had Leah Brahms episode yet? I don't think we've had the Leah Brahms episode yet.
Only and desperate for affection that you retreat into a fantasy of your own making and against all reason convince yourself that it's real, that the imaginary people you've created really love you and that you can love them back. You've been in that broken place. You've touched the same rock bottom I have. And Geordi's like, yeah, but I can show up to work on time and talk to other people without pissing myself.
9 minutes in, why is he the greatest hero? Why? Is it going to be a parody of something? Why not just make this a review of this episode that you're doing? Why is he the greatest hero? You haven't made your 8 minutes in. You haven't made your case yet. I'm waiting.
And terror. Jesus, take it easy, man. And Geordi's like, Barclay, it's not a big deal. You're just shy. And then Barclay says,
no, this guy's padding this out with his bad humor. How does a guy like this have 319,000 subs? How'd this video get 445,000 views? It's terrible.
Yeah, no, you can't understand. I'm afraid all the time. And what Barclay says next is the key to understanding what makes him so uniquely admirable in the pantheon of Star Trek heroes. Because what does Barclay tell Geordi he lives in fear of? Is it the cosmic perils the crew of the Enterprise endures week after week? Is it the Borg, Q, getting trapped in a time loop? No, it's not having anything to say at a party. It's not knowing what to do with his hands. Simple things, little details of social interaction that Geordi has probably never given a second thought. But to Barclay, they are obstacles he has to hurdle constantly, every day. When I watched Star Trek The Next Generation during its original run, I liked Barclay, but he was never a favorite. It wasn't until much later, when I watched the show again as an adult and connected with other fans through the internet, that I started to realize how many people love Barclay. I get it now. Barclay is the only major character we see struggling with something that many...
Okay, the Leah Brahms episode was early season 3, so Leah Brahms thing has already happened. Okay, Leah Brahms has already happened. All right, so Geordi he has done some holodeck chicanery, but then again, he didn't actually fuck Leah Brahms. He didn't fuck holographic Leah Brahms. He got attached to her and then he shut it off and he saved it. And then later on in season 4, real Leah Brahms will show up and then find that he had grown an emotional attachment. So Geordi didn't quite go as far as Reg did. Let's not pretend that he did. Geordi has his own problems.
Of us have had to deal with too. And not just for one episode, but as a consistent fact of his life. It's a struggle that almost all of us can relate to in some way, even if your social anxiety is not as pronounced as Barclay's, even if it doesn't intrude on your life to the degree it does on his. Who among us has never felt awkward or uncertain or out of place? And ultimately, Barclay's anxiety and awkwardness don't stop him from making an important contribution. He doesn't single-handedly solve the mystery of the seemingly random, inexplicable malfunctions that eventually threaten to destroy the ship, but he does come up with the crucial insight that it must be a contaminant that a member of the crew is unknowingly spreading around that is damaging these various systems. From there, he and Geordi are able to deduce the cause of the problem, confirm it experimentally, and recommend a solution that saves the day. With only seconds to spare, of course, because, hey, it's Star Trek. Barclay helps to solve the problem that threatens the ship by successfully doing what he's been most afraid of: working with other people, being part of a team. He continues to struggle with anxiety and self-confidence, but he's also proven to himself and his crewmates that the problems created by
Oh my God, get to your point already!
that anxiety and lack of confidence are not insurmountable. And even though he eventually relapses, he even finds the will to turn away from his holodeck fantasies. Come to think of it, that's another great scene. Barclay stands in front of the bridge crew, says it's painful for him to leave them, but he knows it's for the best. And Geordi tells him he'll always be welcome here. I know, Barclay says, that's why it's so hard for me to go. Then he makes his final farewell and says, computer and program. It's not just a well-played scene, it's an important one for our perception of Barclay. Despite how sympathetic he is,
3 minutes left, and he hasn't made a case as to why he's Star Trek's greatest hero. 3 minutes left. He has just recapped Barclay's first episode. This is ridiculous.
some of his holodeck programs are kind of creepy. They mostly boil down to power fantasies, where the men who intimidate him in real life are made to fear and respect him, while the woman he has a crush on is made to desire him. But there's also a quaint innocence about them, even a poignancy. He reimagines...
Oh my God, let's not rehash his porn addiction, okay?
Counselor Troy as the goddess of empathy, who offers not brain-melting, pelvis-shattering sex, but unconditional love.
No, there was brain-melting, pelvis-shattering sex afterwards. Shut the fuck up, dude. There was brain-melting, pelvis-shattering sex in every orifice, I'm sure.
And peace. The possibility of pelvis-shattering sex is merely implied, in my opinion. Anyway, that final scene of Barclay saying goodbye to the holodeck versions of the crew downplays the creep factor and emphasizes the poignancy by making it clear that Barclay's main motivation in creating these fantasies involving his shipmates was to create a world where he would be accepted and understood, not ridiculed and alienated. Again, who can't relate to that? Some of Barclay's holodeck programs don't show him in the best light, but how many of us would welcome being judged on our unspoken thoughts, our secret daydreams, our moments of private self-indulgence? Most Star Trek characters are impossible.
Exactly. This is about Barclay. Yes, Barclay is relatable. We all have social anxiety problems, but this is nothing about being a hero. This is retarded.
Simply poised and confident. That's not Barclay. Barclay has to work at it. But Barclay is just as capable and competent as his unflappable shipmates. And Barclay is brave, because despite his fears and his doubts, he shows up and he does what he can, and he saves...
Are you going to talk about his transporter phobia? Because that's a better episode of talking about Barclay conquering fear.
Saves the day. He's a hero, not in the romantic, impossibly noble way Captain Picard is, but in a way that feels more attainable to many of us.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Shut up! I'm not watching Star Trek to have an everyday fucking hero. I'm watching it to be taken away on fantastical adventures through space. And to watch not a visitor in a tight uniform. And Terry Farrell look sexy. And Gates McFadden be in my dreams.
Most of us will never be Captain Picard. But we could be Barclay. Some of us are Barclay.
No, I don't want to be Barclay. I don't want people to bust me having sex with people on the holodeck. I want that shit to be kept secret.
Barclay. At least up until the point when he starts using the holodeck to insert himself into his Star Trek Voyager fanfic. Turning Barclay into a Voyager fanboy? That just seems mean. Hasn't the poor man been humiliated enough?
It's Voyager. It's Voyager. Voyager was an exercise in humiliation.
Anyway, this concludes my presentation.
You didn't make a case! He didn't make a case for anything! How does a video like this get, in 7 years, almost 500,000 views? This guy's a retard. I know more about Trek in my pinky than this guy does. Jesus fucking H. Christ. Thank you, Kel, for making me watch this. Ay, ay, ay. I don't... Thank God once a week I get to watch Star Trek with Brad and Hitman and Jay Fractured and an occasional guest and actually have real Star Trek discussions. Thank God I get to do that once a week right now. Check it out on Brad's channel, our latest episode with guest X-Ray Girl can be seen there. We had a good time. I was my usual self, so I apologize for nothing. But there you go. My God. I mean, there's a case to be made that Barkley is an unsung hero in some cases, and that his own tiny, weird hero's journey exists. But that was not the way to do it. Twilight Bella. Barkley has a role to play, and Barkley's arc is great where he eventually does achieve a level of competency and respect from his crewmates. Hell, he makes it all the way to the Enterprise E. When the E is in service, he's a member of the E, which is still the flagship of the Federation. So Barkley is competent, but he's not. He's a hero because we can all relate to him because we all have social anxieties. Shut up. Ugh. Well, I'm going to go watch Superman now. Now it's time for Superman. I'm going to go from one pain to another. All right. So there we are, guys. That's it for today. I'm now going to go get ready to suffer something truly what I will believe personally is going to be bad. I haven't heard any specifics yet, but I've heard opinions. Mid, disappointing, horrible, poo-poo. Video made you dislike Barkley. Barkley is cringe as fuck. Let's be honest. He's cringe as fuck. Cringe as fuck. But I listen. There is one truth there. We would all run those holodeck programs. We would all do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it. But then I delete it every time. Leave no evidence. Delete your browser. Delete your browser history. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Tonight, no, I got nothing planned for tonight because Superman will now likely consume the rest of my day. Tomorrow, if I get everything done today, I will release my Superman review tomorrow morning before this show. That's my goal now. I'm going to release my Superman review tomorrow morning before the show so we can have a light chat about it here. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be having a brawl on Ballbusters about this. Dermy's so afraid he set up rules of engagement. That's that's what he feels like it's going to be. So thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you showing up, having fun with me. We will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern and for the rest of the stuff over the weekend. So until then, guys, take it easy. I'll catch you with my Superman review later. Bye.